question to ask all of you. Why do you have to study? As an ordinary middle school student, I have questioned this a million times. Students in Korea start studying as a kindergartner, and when they become elementary school students, they study full scale going to academies. Academies, as a middle school student, such as me, the academies finish at usually 10 p.m. and then they go to study cafes and study till evening. So many of our students die because of stress. The study time in Korea is 49.43 hours in 1 week, which is almost 15 hours longer than most OECD countries. So, are there any reason for us to get this stress only for future happiness? Then why do you have to study? In my opinion, the first reason is to develop ourselves, to own knowledge, and to solve our questions. The first reason humans started studying was to solve their curiosity. What is God and how does he exist? So the first discipline that would have been made would have been philosophy, not math or not science. You should know that studying is not only an act of opening books and taking notes. The standard Korean language ambassador defines studying as learning or mastering learning and skills. However, most students tend not to think so. They think only things they study in schools and academies are studies. That is the same reason why they reject studying. Things will be much better if they tend not to think so. Actually, humans internally crave learning. So, in other words, internally, humans don't hate studying completely. Do you like quizzes? Gyeongbokgung Palace is the main palace in Joseon Dynasty in Korea. There are many beautiful buildings such as Gyeongharu, which is a building built above the lake. There are two small islands beside Gyeongharu, and do you know their names? Well, those are called Wansesan. Yeonsangun, who was once the king but now is throned, built those two islands to play with women. How was it just now? Was it boring? Did you want to get up and leave? Or did you try to get the answer by any chance? I'm sure you just acquired knowledge by answering to my question. Was this series of action boring and offensive to you? I guess most people will say otherwise. You just acquired knowledge by answering to my question. Acquiring knowledge is also studying. So what you did right now is also studying. Studying is not that difficult and it's not an offensive act. Now, the next reason we must study. The next reason we must study is because we have to live in reality. I've only talked about the good parts now, but apart from that, we have to be aware of reality. We can't live without studying in current days. College has become an essential gateway in our lives, and employment is waiting right behind us, so we have no choice but to study. In this series of acts, studying is essential. In fact, when I asked my classmates the reason they were studying, all 18 of them came up with answers related to their success in the future, such as going to college, getting a job, and more. We are guaranteed our lives by studying. Higher authorities and positions are essential in the weak-to-the-wall society. Everywhere, especially in Korea, we are ranked by studying. So we have no choice but to study. Well, in our case, I'm not just trying to simply criticize the Korean educational society. I think it's desirable to prove yourself by your own learning. However, for this reason, some people ignore other dreams. Many people in Korea study living their dreams, such as singing, dancing, and more. It actually doesn't really matter what they really want to be. Is this kind of study responsible? Adults say we have to study for future happiness and not to regret in the future. And that's quite true. I agree. However, if the kid has already made up their minds, or at least want to read it, I think it's responsible for parents and community to help them be it. In my opinion, when we're kids, we have to explore the community, at least when we're kids. The most important thing is the balance between studying and playing. I know studying is very important in our lives, we can't get away from it. But however, studying, if we study, it doesn't mean that we have to give up on our lives, dreams, families, and friends. As a normal student, I also don't like studying. I really do. However, so I feel quite awkward that I'm telling you right from this stage the reason I must study. It feels quite awkward. Well, humans study for various reasons. I talked about two things: to develop themselves and to live in reality. And also they study in various ways, and we can't be sure what's right and wrong. However, we should always be aware about the balance between studying and playing. And also be aware that studying is not only an act of opening books and taking notes, but also an act of acquiring knowledge. Studying has changed my life in various ways. When I was a bit younger, I had no worries about studying, but now, as a middle school student, I am afraid of a midterm exam and it's less than half a year left. Until then, I should work hard. Thank you.